Hi, welcome back to another edition of that Millwall podcast. Well, no football to talk about, no pre-match, no post-match, no nothing. Well, for a week or two, we've got the joys of the World Cup to look forward to. So we're gonna just chat England. A little quiz for Omer at some point and the rest of you in a little bit as well. Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm joined, obviously, by Omer.
Hello, guys.
I keep forgetting that the podcast version, what goes out first, people obviously don't realise that. But, yeah. So, I'm joined by my co-host and football guru knowledge man, the one and only Omer.
Hello, Mickey. How are you? You okay, pal? Thank you so much for bringing me on the show today, mate.
No. Oh, dearie me. So, football goes to Qatar. I don't know why I say it like that. Qatar is in like ready to fucking start playing music. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Football goes over to the Middle East. It was supposed to be about 25 degrees over there in the winter. It's actually reaching in about 32, 33, allegedly, listening to reports today. It's in the middle of a desert. There's loads of controversial stuff around it. But it just doesn't feel like a World Cup in 4 days.
Is it 4 days? Jesus, says it all, doesn't it? It starts Sunday, right? Yeah. No build-up either, is there? Normally, you've got the season ending, mid-May, end of May, and there's normally 2 weeks where, like, there's no football, and you're like, well, this is shit. Where's the football at? And you're kind of like, rubbish. And then you kind of justify it when the season ends going, oh, the World Cup's come in. But now it's like the season's not ended, the season's on a break, and the World Cup's on all of a sudden. It's not right on all levels, but morally and also for your head to kind of process it. But yeah, World Cup, mate. We start next Monday, watching it in the office probably at 1 o'clock, exciting. England versus Iran. I mean, I suppose England-USA at 7 o'clock kickoff on a Friday is a bit more convenient to have a few jars whilst you watch it. But yeah, gutted I can't even go out there. I mean, I could have, but worth the cost. What's the point? I mean, you obviously have a travel club member. You know that, Mickey, and people who listen to the show before know that. But I'm not boycotting, but what's the point of paying $5-6 grand to go out there for 3 weeks to watch the football and not enjoy it, really, to be honest? It's all wrong, isn't it, really?
It's very strange. I mean, Sky News spending more time telling us that the England plane had a rainbow on the side of it and rainbow flags, and, the England players are getting on a plane and it's taking off. The England players right about now are over X country, and then literally, they've landed in Qatar and that's it. And you're thinking, is that the most we can do? Normally you get, I don't know, there's loads of build up in there. There's like the past games, the past, footage. They normally roll out Badil and Skinner and football's coming home and loads of other old clips and all that lot, but it just doesn't seem to be anything.
I've not played a single song. Well, I think I played Bold Emotion the other day. Normally you have a few songs that come up, don't they? But don't get me wrong, like, I'm not really excited for it at the moment, but I do know come Monday, even if I am going to be at work in the office, I'm going to be ecstatic for the game. It's only against Iran, but, once the World Cup's underway, it'll be a different story, and I know that too. But just, it's the build-up to it just feels a bit false this year, mate, and for obvious reasons. And I don't know. I guess who do you fancy to win it, mate? There you go. There's one for you. Who's your money on this year?
I think it's going to be a South American team. I think it's going to be Brazil, maybe Argentina. As much as it hurts me to say it, but I think, and Argentina, to be fair, has probably got it written all over in it because it's possibly Messi's last World Cup. He hasn't had a great season. He started coming on form towards the end of this build up.
Do you know the quirk and all to that? I was just explaining to a couple of mates at the pub earlier. If they get to the World Cup final, and I don't know how to fact check this too much, but I have checked the source a couple of times. Supposedly so, if he gets to the World Cup final, it'll be his 1,000th career game in his career.
Oh yeah. I heard that.
The fairy tale in me says he gets to the World Cup final, potentially wins it. I mean, is he going to give up playing football? He's 35, 36? Probably not. But the nostalgia in me, and I don't know what he's like for nostalgia. Imagine getting to the World Cup final, winning it, and that'll be his 1,000th career game when he retires and walks off and hangs his boots up, mate. I mean, yeah, I'm with you. When I asked you the question, I already had my answer. It was Argentina. So, you never know. Could be.
We have the Nike advert has just dropped.
Not seen it. Go on.
For the World Cup. I suppose I can cut it a bit and we could do a live reaction to it if you want.
Nah, it's all right. I'll have a little bit. It's a bit more effort.
But yes.
We don't edit our shows, you know. This is completely unedited and raw.
as you'll hear at the beginning.
Yeah, that's it. We don't edit our shows. Some people might not like that, but I think people.
We only do it really just to feed our ego, don't we? So you know. But no, I mean, what's your thoughts on this Ronaldo interview as well then? Because I mean, it all seems a bit weird going into the World Cup. I mean, there was footage earlier of him when they were training, and he was sort of, I don't know, it was on the field alone to a degree. Whether or not that's just,
yeah, I think he's nursing.
I think it's not. I think it's just a lot of it. Like they turned around and said, "Oh, his teammate from Man United didn't get on with him when he came in the changing room," but it looked as if there was no issue there at all. It looked as if a lot of the news companies are just making more of it than what it's worth. To be fair,
I think the interview was wrong, firstly, but he's Ronaldo and he can do whatever the fuck he wants in the day, mate.
That's the problem, isn't it?
Ever. No one's bigger than the football club. I keep seeing branded around everywhere, but let's be honest, this geezer is massive. And
what's he got? Over 500 million. I think he's got over 500 million followers on Instagram.
Is it that big now? Yeah.
I think he is. I'm not 100%. Double check it while you're there.
Maybe I'll catch it. I don't think it's 500 million, but I could be proved wrong. It is 497 million. Fair play, Mickey. You're very, very close, but it's not quite over 500 million. That's crazy. That is ridiculous. There you go, though.
So, realistically, yes, he's a football player, but he's an influencer as well. Wherever he goes, same as Messi, wherever they go, they will sell shitloads of shirts. So, people go, they're, unbelievable amounts of money. But to the clubs, it's an investment because they'll make that back in shirts, sponsorship, endorsements, everything else. Easy doors. So, I mean, I think Man United, where do I think he'll end up?
So I reckon he's not going to be there. He's not going to be at United anymore, is he? Surely, where is he?
They're going to pay him off, and I reckon he reckons what he's got a season left or so. Whether or not he wants to have another season in the Champions League somewhere, or whether or not he'll go back to where he started.
Supposedly got offered Qatar, didn't he, or somewhere in Saudi, or I can't remember the fact, but I remember Piers Morgan spitting out at the start of the week. He got offered to go and double his money, which is already astronomical, and play in the Middle East somewhere. And he turned it down because he wants to play in the Champions League. Listen, Ronaldo for me has always been the best player in the world over Messi, in my opinion. Last couple of years, that's not the case anymore. He's clearly gone from his very, 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 very high level to a very high level. That's still better than a lot of footballers, but he's not quite the astronomical level he was once. But yeah, I mean, can he still cut it at the very top?
What about PSG? Finally see what him and Messi could do.
Never say never, but I could seriously doubt it. They've already got 3 players that are on $500,000 at least a year. So a week, sorry. So I doubt it. But
Man City, just to stick it to United.
Who knows? Cool. That Millwall podcast talking about general football. This is the first. This is really a first. If anyone's turned off by now, I don't blame you. But there you go. If you're sticking around,
all right. Let's throw a test in before we talk about England and their starting 11, who you think they're going to be, etc., etc. Okay. I don't know if you saw it earlier, but there was a post on Millwall polls. They posted. In the last 10 years, apart from Fleming and Bradshaw, who are the only other players to score a hat-trick in the championship.
Oh, last 10 years as well, I could go back to 2011 and go Darius Henderson. Does he count?
That's one.
Yeah, because he got a couple. One against Barnsley, one against Leicester. How many is there?
There's 3.
other than the two that have already scored hat tricks this season?
Yeah.
Okay. Darius Henderson.
And you name one of them, yeah.
Are they both forwards? Actually, no,
I'm not going to tell you that.
Well, I might want to clue in a minute. Okay. Darius Henderson. Morrison never got a hat trick for us, did he?
No. This is really good. This has got everybody who's listening to this is probably doing the same state you are.
I know this doesn't make good content, but this is good content in my opinion. Lee Gregory got one against Plymouth when he scored 4 goals against Plymouth in the Johnson's Paint Trophy. I was there. We won 4.
Yeah, but that's not the championship.
Oh, fuck's sake. Did he score a hat trick across the championship? I don't think he did he? No, he never did.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he did against Derby. It's just
there's two. There's two.
Have you got the games and all of you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've got more.
So
we'll go through the list of them in a minute.
We drew 3-3 against Derby, maybe.
I've got the list of every hat-trick we've ever scored from the moment we started to present day.
Okay, well, I can go further as well after this. So what, Gregory...
Henderson, yeah. You're going to kick yourself if you don't get this third one. Really, really, really kick. And listeners of the show will know exactly what I'm saying, possibly by that clue.
I'll kick myself.
You will kick yourself. If you do not get it, and I have to tell you it, you will kick yourself. Is he a current player for Millwall? No.
Fuck me. Give me... is it a forward?
Yeah.
Morrison, Harris. Harris is before that. Gregory. Oh, my God. Give me the year. You got the year there?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
Go on.
I'm not going to give you the year. I'm going to give you the month. Yeah? Friday. Yeah, I think it will. Friday, the 6th of March. This is brilliant.
That doesn't mean fuck all to me, that. I've had a few beers tonight, mate.
Okay, think about it. March, fairly recently, something major happened.
Oh, my God! Of course. Last game before COVID. Of course. You're right. I will kick myself for that. Oh, I forgot that.
See?
I'll tell you what. I'll go from 2005 onwards, though.
Okay, one second. Let me get it up. 2005, yeah? There wasn't actually a hat-trick in 2005. Okay, 2005. So we go from 2000, Boxing Day, 2007. I'll tell you the dates.
Oh, today, Barry.
You tell me.
Go. Barry Hills against Derby.
Yes, 28th of December 2004.
Oh, that's 2004. Sorry, okay.
2007, Brighton and Hove Albion. Who scored the hat-trick?
Was that away or at home?
Home.
Oh, fuck me. I've shot myself there.
We won 3-0. One of them was a penalty.
Gary Alexander? No?
Correct. Yeah. League One, Saturday the 21st of March 2009, Hartlepool United away.
Neil Harris scored 3 in a 3-2 win after he was 2-0 down in the first half.
Correct. League One again. Tuesday the 11th of August 2009.
You sure that was League
we won
at
home.
That was the cup against Bournemouth, mate.
Yeah, I've got it down. It's on the list I've got as League One.
Neil Harris scored the best hat-trick you ever see that night. We won 4-0 against them, and Gary Alexander also scored a weldy, which goes under the radar that night. Am I right?
You are right. Correct.
I've got this, mate.
Okay. League One, October the 3rd, 2009 at home against Tranmere Rovers. We won 5-0.
James Henry scored 2 free kicks. John Barnes got sacked the next day. This is my era.
Can you name the other 2 scorers?
Oh, Dave Martin, maybe. Steve Morrison. Steve Morrison scored.
Yeah.
It was a corner, I feel like he scored. Give me a clue position. You're not going to know it either, are you? It's going to be one of the obscure players. No offense, Mickey, you might not know it.
No, I think he was a winger defender, wasn't he? You'd probably not. Frampton.
Here. Andy Frampton. Okay, yeah. He's defender, left back.
Yeah. League One, Saturday, 17th of October, 2009, Stockport County, away.
Neil Harris again. Am I right?
You are right, indeed. Who scored the other goal?
John O'Beaker.
No.
Paul Robinson, centre half.
Yes.
You know what? Do you know what the funny thing is? We beat Stockport that year 5 or 6-0 at home. Pissing down with rain. John O'Beaker scored that day. That's why it's in my head. But anyway, go on.
Okay. Championship, 1st of January 2011.
Jason
home.
Belgium.
Well done. Didn't even have to say the team.
I know that one, mate. New Year's Day. Come on. I told you I got this. Easy.
Saturday, 22nd of October 2011. Away, 3-0.
Against who?
That's a clue. Leicester City.
Oh, Henderson.
Correct. FA Cup third round against Dagenham and Redbridge, 2012. Yeah. Championship again.
Do you know who else scored that game? Their first goal for Millwall?
Yeah, go on in.
Harry Kane.
There we go. You see, England connection there. There you go.
Was it 17th of January? Was it my birthday? That was, isn't it? No?
17th of January, yeah.
My birthday. No, I remember it. I was at West Upper that day. There you go. Fun fact.
There you go. See? Okay. Thanks for that. Championship, 21st of Jan 2012. 4 days after your birthday. The following year, against Barnsley, away.
Harris Henderson took his shirt off, and it's the incredible Hulk picture that everyone talks about.
Absolutely. Who scored? No one scored. It was the other team. Then 3-1. We won there.
Yeah,
Championship. No, you've already got this one. To be fair, Championship against Derby, 25th of April, 2015. Gregory. Mm-hmm. What was special about his hat trick that day?
Was it the perfect hat trick?
What's the perfect hat trick?
Left, right.
He scores fucking. Oh right, no.
What was special about it? It was I know it took him to 9 goals in the season that year, but I don't know what made it special. 2
penalties.
Yeah. I mean, he was a bandit that year. He was shit that year, Gregory, and everyone was like, "Oh, Gregory, he's gonna come good." He was terrible in the championship that year, but I felt for him because he went from the conference to the championship, so it was hard task.
Yeah, and they come back. We were 3-1 up, and they come back.
I'll never forgive him that year for missing at Rotherham away. If anyone gets that reference, they'll know it. Rotherham away. We were it was 0-0. We missed the sitter with Gregory. They went up the other end and scored, and that was the famous day that it kicked off at New York City Stadium that everyone knows about. But I'll never forgive Gregory for that miss ever. I think we went down that year because of that miss. I'm not even joking.
League One, 12th of September 2015. Crewe Alexander. We won 3-1 away.
Aidan O'Brien scored an absolute weldy of a hat trick that day. I burnt my mouth on a pie that day as well.
What? Listen. There's going to be loads of people. Going to be loads of people asking. Oh, okay.
Potato pie. It was like one of those. Was it like a beef potato? I was like, I burnt my mouth. I was pissed as a fart. This era from about 2013 to 2016, by the way, which is not a brag, but fuck it, I'm gonna say it anyway. I didn't miss a game for like 3 or 4 years, like home and away, friendlies, all sorts. I went every single one. So this is why it's like from 2005 onwards is my era, mate. I told you.
Okay, so you'll know the Johnson Paint Trophy.
Gregory, I told you already. We won 4-2.
Oh yeah, about 5-3 by the way against Plymouth.
He scored 4 goals. He got credited with the 4th one, but it was a bit debatable whether it was his goal or not. He scored 4 goals.
FA Cup. Yeah, he did score 4. Yeah. FA Cup second round, 3rd of December 2016.
Harry Smith gets my injury.
Yeah, well done.
There you go.
And then Championship. Matt Smith is the one on my list, but obviously since that's 2020, and then obviously you've got Fleming and
Bradshaw.
What was important? Yeah, not bad at all. Not bad. We'll have to look at a few more of these, I think, like this sort of thing, I think, yeah, but going forward. But yeah, what was special about Fleming's hat trick?
One was a free kick because you told me that Gregory scored 2 penalties.
No.
Is it the first season?
It's the first. It's his first
season,
hat trick.
2 hat tricks in a season, or
No, it's his first hat trick of playing in English football, and his second in his career.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Yeah.
Interesting
facts. What mean fuck all.
Anyone enjoyed that? How did they do compared to me? I mean,
let us know in the comments.
It was more test to me. So when I've interrupted halfway through because I already know the answer, I do apologise because you might not know where it's going. But I guess I'm showing my worth, I suppose, from the last 17, 18 years. There you go.
Yeah, if you want
2004 Barry Hales. Do you reckon I could go up to 2000? Nah, I don't think I could go up to 2000. My first game was 2003, so like 2002, 2003. So how many hat tricks were there between 2000 and 2004?
Right, so there were from where 2004.
2000 to 2004. How many hat tricks were there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Jesus Christ, Neil Harris.
And to be fair, I reckon out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you've got one which was Barry Hayes. Yeah, I reckon. To be fair, there's 3 players. 3 players what scored a hat trick in that time, and 1 player scored 2.
Neil Harris scored 2. It's got to be Neil Harris, right?
Yeah, Neil Harris scored 2.
One against. No, I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to get the game. It's gone. Who are they against?
One is this. You might get it with the club name. One was a game we won 5-1 away at Cambridge United.
Oh, Paul Eiffel. Yeah.
Okay. And the other one is Wigan Athletic at home in Division 2. 3-1. 2001.
Paul Moody?
Yeah, there you go.
Well, I started going in 2002, 2003, but I started to watch videos and read books about Millwall before that and stuff. Videos. I remember what videos are, just about. I'm not that young.
VHS?
No, videos. We call them videos, mate. And I say
videos. But you mean like the big VHS. You see, people my age remember the other video type, which was the Betamax before the VHS. So it's sort of it was a compact. It was same like with a compact disc and a mini disc, and the compact disc won, and then it was the video and the Betamax and VHS sort of overpowered. Everything come out on there rather than the Betamax. But yeah, it's one of those. But yeah, no, you done all right there, fella. I'm not.
My era is 2003, 4 onwards, and like, admittedly, the last 3 or 4 years, it gets clouded by alcohol and going out and getting pissed watching Millwall. But before that, I was a bit of a nerd for it, and I guess I was the Millwall stato back then. I was what Kai is now, basically.
Okay, no worries. So what's your mastermind era? So 2005 to present day.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I reckon that is it. And
okay. If you have a question, what you want to put to Omer from 2005 to present day, Millwall. Knowledge Millwall trivia, send it in, DM us, or maybe not DM us.
Come on the show if you fancy it.
Oh, there we go. There's a new content feature in there. Battle Omer. See who's got the bit. Oh, that could be a feature for the live show. The interaction. That means we get you on the interaction, and maybe we sit there and do it. Yeah, I think that could be quite a good little one there. Maybe you and Chris could
questions like this one. Can you name every Millwall number 9 from 2005 onwards? Questions like that.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Now I'm going to test myself for it as well. I think
Neil Harris. No.
We're doing it in order, mate. We're going in order. Here, mate. All right. And I need to just double check one quick thing because I think he was number 9, but I don't want to embarrass myself either. So I'm going to just double check it quickly. 2005. Well, obviously Neil Harris. Neil Harris was 2004, mate, when he left. By the way, he went to Cardiff.
Yeah.
Just get it for records. And then he went to Cardiff on loan, then he went to Nottingham Forest. I'm right. The first one is Carlos Fangero.
You love that fella, didn't you?
Carlos Fangero.
One day we'll get him on the show.
That was the worst of the worst, that was. I think the year after, I'm going to have to fact check this myself, is Ben May. I think 2006 is Ben May, I think. But this is like great content. But I need to do more research for it. Millwall 2006, 2007.
This is going to have everyone sitting there going, "Oh fuck, who was it?
I think 2006-7 was May.
Leave one year blank, so we'll leave it open to the listeners to guess it.
It was Ben May, by the way, 2006, 2007.
There we go. I had all the faith in the world in you there, fella.
And then I think 2008, 2009, Neil Harris got his number 9 back.
Right.
Yeah. So Neil Harris then had his shirt for what years? 2008, 2009. And then he left in 2011. So he kept the shirt till 2011. I'll leave this one blank, but I know the answer already. 2011, it went to... Should I give a clue? Or just
leave it like that. Yeah, leave it like that.
It went to a player who was already at the club. That's the only thing I'll say. 2011. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. 2012, I think
it's
went
not
to Chris. I think it won't be Chris Wood. I think it was Steve Morrison. After Harris left. No, after Harris left, it went to Duda. Yeah. After that, Morrison then got the shirt on loan after he came from Leeds on loan.
Yeah.
Morrison wore number 9 for a season, 2013 to 14. Then Lee Gregory came in. Lee Gregory took number 9 shirt. Gregory held number 9 shirt till what, 2018?
What was Morrison? 20?
Yeah, but Morrison came on loan. I'll fact check this for you.
See,
I know people will check this.
That's not bad, isn't it? That was not bad.
Millwall 2013 to 14 under Steve Lomas in the squad. Number 9, just because I like being right, was Steve Morrison. Told you. You can't fuck with me, mate. I told you, this is my era.
Okay. Now carry on.
So Gregory took it, and then this is when I start to fuck up. Obviously, Gregory went, then it was Bradshaw. Dropped down.
There you
Thank
go.
you for coming. Thanks for listening. Ta-ra.
Remember, you need to answer now. Was it 2012?
I think it's fucking easy, by the way. But
so 2012.
Encourage comments below. Don't cheat.
Yeah.
Who do you think wore the shirt?
Yeah, don't cheat. Comments below. Comments either on Twitter or on YouTube in the comments.
He was already at the club, and in my eyes, he's got a nickname for a reason. He's got a place in my heart. I always had a soft spot for him. He's a bit arrogant, but I always had a soft spot for him. Do you know who it is, Mickey? You don't, do you?
I do and I don't. I think, well, no, who's?
Kenny Jackett was manager. And I'll give you a clue as well. He scored on the first away game of the season at the year he took the number 9 shirt. So he had a little hot run the season before. He scored against Preston the year before when Harris was still there. Came into the side, scored at home against Preston. With Josh McCoy that year. And then he scored on Easter Monday away to Scunthorpe. And I think we won 2-0 against Scunthorpe that day. And then we was on the outside chance of making the playoffs that year. Didn't make it. We lost to Swansea at home 2-0. And then the year after Harris left, he went to the kit man jacket and asked, I want the number 9 shirt. And they gave him the number 9 shirt. There you go.
Wow. Why? If it's that easy, eh?
You just found out who it is, yeah?
Oh, yeah, I do know now. Yeah.
There you go. See?
Yeah, I think I do. And I'll put it in the...
You just Googled it. Not stupid.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm not sure if it is. So I'm just going to put it here a sec.
It is indeed.
Yeah. I did Google it. But then again, everyone's going to sit there who's watching this on YouTube, see that you're checking where certain players were, and you could have looked at our whole fucking list then, so don't give it all that fucking big. You Googled it.
I got it right, but I was fact checking myself, and you could see that in the moment. So it was right. It's all good. There you go.
So there we go. If you like that, then great. We're just giving you some content, because content's the key. England versus Iran on Monday at 1:00, I think it is, isn't it? Kicks off 1:00. There'll be some England content floating around from us, so don't panic. What's your starting 11?
For Iran, it doesn't matter, but my best England 11 or my starting 11. What Southgate's going to play or what I would play?
what you would play, and then maybe what Southgate would play.
Fuck me, mate. It's a hard one, isn't it? Pickford in goal, right? I know Pope's there and Ramsdale.
Yeah, but he's the best keeper though, isn't he? I mean,
for me, Pickford's got the experience at the tournaments now. He's your number one. You've got to back him. I think Pope's the better goalkeeper. I'll say that. However, and he's also in better form for Newcastle. But he played against Germany in that Nations League game when it was a dead rubber, and he was culpable for at least one of the goals. And his kicking was a bit left to desire there. And I think Pickford does offer that kind of outlet, a bit like George Long at Millwall, for example. Yeah. His kicking's better than Bart's, and that does aid a lot as a goalkeeper, that you need that kind of outlet sometimes. And I think Pickford, for me, then deserves to play over Pope. It's a hard one, though. But I'd go Pickford in goal. I don't like Trent Alexander-Arnold at right back. Jesus. It's hard, mate. I'm not going to deliberate. I'm just going to tell you my team, and then I'm not going to give any reasons either. I'm just going to go. So I'm just going to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Omar's starting 11.
All right, go. 4-2-3-1. I've always had a minute about this. 4-2-3-1. Pickford. Okay, fuck it. Pickford, Trippier. John Stones. Oh. This is the problem, because you can't play back four with the defenders we got, but I'm going to do it anyway. Harry Maguire.
Boo!
Fine. Luke Shaw.
Definitely Luke Shaw, yeah.
Jude Bellingham, Declan Rice. By the way, for me, and it's the Millwall podcast, I'm aware of this, but going to the games, especially away from home and watching them and stuff like that, England's best player in the last 2 or 3 years for me. Like, just watch him play for England. Declan Rice, especially at the Euros, outrageously good. And the fact that Southgate took him off against Germany, still against in the World Cup fight, in the Euros final, still pisses me off to this day. Bellingham, Declan Rice, Phil Foden, Jack Grealish, Raheem Sterling, and Harry Kane up front. 4-2-3-1. Go on, what are you going to tell me?
The story about Declan Rice.
Rice, baby.
No. I know his dad. And it never dawned on me for years that his boy was Declan Rice, and he used to always talk about his boy, like how he, I've travelled half the country today, taking my boy to a football tournament in X, Y, Z, all over the place, and even when he was playing for West Ham and all that, and then I saw another customer, and he said, "Course, so-and-so's boy is doing brilliant, isn't he?" And I went, "What about Sean? I think his dad's Sean Rice. He's Sean Rice." And he went, "Yes." He said, "Sean's boy's doing really well now." And I went, "What are you on about? Who's this boy?" And he went, "So-and-so." And it was like, oh, fucking hell. Do you know what I mean? And it was like, oh, damn, I haven't seen him since, because he basically retired and looks after his boy and all that lot. I think he's...
The irony of this, right, is like, I took the boy half around the country. Yeah, your boy's going to the World Cup, and you're going to probably watch him at the World Cup.
That's it, isn't it?
That's what Stuff of Dreams are made of, isn't it? You're going to.
And he was an area manager for a chain of plumbing merchants, and he used to work his bollocks off, take his boy all over the place and everything else. But do you know what? It's those little bits in it what eventually work up. Yeah, it's dreams what are made of and everything else. So. Yeah, hey ho, it is. It works out good. Do you think England's got a chance in hell of going anywhere? Out of the group, hopefully.
Out of the group, yeah. I think it's the run we've got, isn't it? The quarterfinal, we're meant to meet someone good, or like we're meant to meet anyone good, I suppose, if you get to the quarterfinal. Is this the first year that England's pretty much going into the tournament as an underdog, really? Normally, 2018 was underdog. 2018 was underdog because you had relatively unknowns. You had Pickford making his first World Cup, Harry Maguire making his first World Cup, Eric Dyer making his first World Cup, Dele Alli making his first World Cup. You had all these players playing their first World Cup in 2018, and we've done miraculously well. And since then, semi-final and a final of 2 major tournaments. You've got to fancy us to get there, but to at least the final stages. quarterfinals, maybe semi-finals. Of course, we've got a chance. Everyone's got a chance to an extent, but honestly, watching them play recently, I don't think so. Like, we were shocking in the round of Nations Leagues just gone. We were good in stages against Germany, and it was brilliant. Like, I was contemplating leaving early, and we scored 3 goals, went 3-2 up. It was brilliant. And then we fucked up and drew 3-3. It was terrible at the San Siro when I went there.
Just throw that one in there, innit?
It was terrible at the Allianz Arena when I went to Germany to Munich. It's cash, isn't it? I think, you know what? Like, I'll go with my heart. Of course, we've got a chance. I see us getting undone, though, if we come against one of those South American teams. I do think we're probably one of the best European teams there. And that's why, like, I think Haaland said the other day, he said, they went, who do you think is going to win the World Cup? He went, the 4 favourites for me are Brazil, Argentina, France, England. And like, I get it. We're in there. We've got good enough players. I just think with Southgate, we'll be hard to beat as we always are in these sort of games and tournaments, especially against the bigger boys. I don't see us going all the way, but never say never. You?
I don't think we will, but I think it's the first year where doesn't seem to be piles of pressure on the England team. The media don't seem to be jumping all over them at the minute with the pressure and everything else. I think there's some good games.
There's no build-up, is there?
No,
That's what it is, right?
No. We've got to discuss it before we finish up and close up. We've done more than what we thought we were going to do, but what's your views on these made-up fake fans?
I have no comment to make. I fucking hate it. There's me getting priced out of going to the World Cup. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, if I wanted to go to the World Cup, I would have gone to the World Cup. But I'd rather save money and go to the Euros in 2024. By the way, guys, 2024 is in Germany. It'll be a fucking brilliant Euros. Just put it out there already. I can see it already. But yeah, I hate it. They're supposedly getting paid, aren't they? I don't know if that's factual or not, but that's what everyone's saying. I know, obviously, there was the thing that went around 3-4 weeks ago where if you're an England fan and you applied something special, you get asked to, like, if you got asked to, you can get an all expenses paid trip to Qatar for 3 weeks, and they'll pay for your match tickets and give you some spending money. It makes me feel sick. I'm not surprised.
It's basically grass. Yeah. It's a grasses ticket.
Yeah.
Put it out there, mate. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. So, we best start closing up, mate, because otherwise your laptop's going to die on us, mate. So 33% is probably down to 5%, and 12%. Yeah, so 12%. There we go. So final word from you. Anything you want to say before we close down? And
I hope I didn't come across too much as a stato when I was doing that on the spot questions there. But that's my year of Millwall.
You did, yeah. You're a stato cunt.
I think everyone's got this similar thing, though, when I speak to people. You don't remember the more recent games, especially as you get older. However, you remember that era where, like, you go Millwall as a kid and you start to grow and go to Millwall, and that's your thing. Like, that is it. And it's still my thing now, but there's more to going Millwall nowadays because you're older and you go to the pub and you go out and enjoy yourself. But that era is, like, my era. 2005 to 2019, I'm going to say, 2020, that is, like, I will answer any question that someone throws my way, in my opinion. So, like,
apart from when someone asks you who was the third person who scored a hat-trick and you couldn't fucking get it.
This is my point, because 2019, 2020,
yeah, you were in Hooters.
I was more interested in going Hooters and fucking going beer keller afterwards. You know what I mean? The game was still important, but Hooters was also equally as important. However, me as a 15-year-old, I was getting Coach 1. Do you know what I mean? So let's be honest. Like, this is, do you know what I'm saying?
I think that's a show in its own, mate. Is talk to you about your abusive years of having to go on Coach 1. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those discussions there, isn't it? But yeah, I've never ever been on Coach 1. In my life, I am really tempted.
You go Coach 1.
I think me and you should do Coach 1 for a laugh one day, and we'll vlog it on it. Do you know what I mean? It could be quite funny.
I couldn't think of anything worse. I couldn't think. I don't know.
Do you notice how I never disrespected you, Coach One? That's him. Okay, you know what he looks like. They're gonna get you. Tina's gonna get you.
Tina, bless her. Oh dear, Coach One. Anyone watching this knows exactly what Coach One means. If you live in London and you go to the gates of London, you know what Coach One means. It's a bit like me sitting in the Coldwell Lane end still, or as Mickey calls it, Jeremy Carl end, but I wouldn't change it for the world.
Apart from maybe next season where you're going to West. Maybe.
To be confirmed.
Yeah. Well, that's it from us, I suppose. That will be it. We will be doing some content between now and obviously the next Millwall. We got a few things lined up, like we did on the last the season break. Things that hopefully you'll get involved. We've obviously got a live show on Sunday night where you can get involved in. There's going to be a bit like we did today with the old quiz type knowledge finding fact fishing mission on then. So yeah, if you want to get involved, make sure it's easy. You just tune in 9:00 on YouTube, or it will be out as a pod the next day. Remember, if you know who the player was who Omer spoke about, who wore the number 9 shirt in 2012, then please make sure you comment below. And if you haven't already subscribed yet, 64% of you who watch this aren't subscribed. Press the subscription button and then you won't miss a video from us, because we might post some special ones without telling you. And then you miss out and you won't know what we're talking about. Other than that, follow us across socials. And thanks very much to all the new ones who are following us. That's it from us for another week or few days. I've been Mickey Simpson. That's Omer. And remember, Omer, as much as he talks about Nottingham Forest away before COVID, could not remember that Matt Smith scored a fucking hat-trick.